G'day everyone, today I have come down here to one of my favourite places to go fishing. This is the Lower Ovens River in the beautiful Warby Ovens National Park. Alright, a shrimp net, baited up with a bit of dog food, baited up with a few goodos. Let's see how that goes. Rightio, I'm about to put my first rod in. You'll notice I'm using a paternoster rig which has the sinker tied to the end, a loop formed up the line a little bit, and a hook. I use this sort of rig almost exclusively for this type of fishing, and it's particularly effective when you're fishing close to the bank like this. Look, I'm only just casting out there. I don't need to cast it out too far. Now, because the hook is so far up off the sinker, it just keeps the bait off the bottom a little bit and sort of a bit more visible to the fish. Alright, I'll put the second line in as well. Once again, I'm only casting a few metres out from the edge just to keep it over this side, close to the bank and in the deeper water. Rightio, now both rods have been in for about 15 minutes or so. I had a car pull up and a guy named Mark Chivarella come out and said, "G'day, really nice guy." It was great to chat to Mark. But while I was talking to him, both rods were constantly dancing up and down, quite obvious shrimp bites. And when shrimp bite your line, they're really fast little tap, 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 and sometimes they can, or quite often they can be mistaken for fish bites because they seem to be so much more aggressive. Getting lots of little shrimp bites on this rod here. What I might do is reel it in. I'll just sit that there for a minute. I might go and actually check my shrimp net. Oh yeah, listen to them all. It's only been in there about 20 minutes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there. Now there's my hook. Want to know what size hook I'm using? Well, that size. About a little bit bigger than my thumbnail, similar to my thumbnail. This is a freshwater shrimp. Some people asked me last week when I made a how to catch shrimp video, how do you rig them up? Easy. Using the exact same rig that I'm using for worms, the paternoster rig, I just pinch the hook straight through the tail, just like that. That's all I do. A lot of the time the fish will inhale the shrimp tail first. So there's my shrimp rigged up, ready to go. Just pinch through the tail. I've got to get him back in the water pretty quick because they die pretty easily, the shrimp. On the shrimp, is he still there? Still there. I don't know what it is, but it's not very big. Look. What, I got a little Murray cod. Wow. I'll bring him around here, over there and into the water. I'll grab my pliers. Right, at the moment I've got worms on this rod and a shrimp on this rod, and I've caught this little Murray cod on a shrimp. I've sat here for close to 3 hours before I got this bite. It has been a very quiet afternoon, and I've caught more fish. I mean, I've had more fun catching shrimp in my shrimp net than I have fishing. But look at that. Lovely little Murray cod. I'll unhook him straight away. I've got the pliers here. Sorry, buddy. There we go. Only a really small little Murray cod, and he took a nice shrimp. Fish love shrimp. You see that line there? That is what they call their lateral line. All fish have a lateral line, and that lateral line is the equivalent of their hearing. See ya, buddy. We have ears to hear noises. Fish have that lateral line that I just showed you then to detect vibrations. If there's a little fish or something swimming around, and the cod can't see it because the water's too dirty, he'll feel it with that lateral line. And if there's a lure, if we've got a lure in the water with a rattle in it, in dirty water, even if the cod, or any fish can't see it, they'll most likely feel it with that lateral line. And even whenever something comes close to that fish, they'll feel it with that lateral line. Not only does that lateral line help them find food, but it also helps them stay protected. If there's a big cod, a metre long, swimming past, and he makes a sudden move, The sudden move in the water will be detected along that lateral line, and the small fish will know to move to safety. The police were attending an incident just outside Wangaratta this afternoon, and when they returned to their car, they discovered that all of their tyres had been stolen. I can't believe somebody would do that. Right now, police are working tirelessly to try and catch the culprit. Tirelessly. Get it? Because they've got no tyres. Rightio folks, well that's it from me. I've had a wonderful afternoon. The fishing's been very slow. I've only caught the one fish, that little Murray cod. I thought I'd catch a few more. It's nice and still, it's muggy, I can hear a lot of cicadas. But I've just had a look at the barometer, or the weather on my phone, and the barometer is down to 997 hectopascals, which is really low. And I suspect that low barometer might be what's causing the fish to go off the bite or be very slow. But I caught one, so it wasn't a fishless trip. That's the main hurdle to overcome. And if we caught heaps of fish every time we went out, we'd lose that unpredictable nature of the game. We'd lose the randomness that makes fishing so enjoyable. As someone said in a comment section recently, it's called fishing and not catching for a reason. To talk about catching, I've had an absolute blast catching freshwater shrimp. My shrimp that's just about to swim away. It's got so many in it at the moment, I think. I've had so much fun catching shrimp, and I've caught the cod, but most of all, I've been able to sit here on the lid of my poor damaged esky that keeps getting crushed under the weight of my backside and relax for about 3 or 4 hours, and it has just been absolutely marvellous. Just what the doctor ordered. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, why not consider doing so? Because I love making videos and I love fishing, and I've got a lot more content coming out in the future.